And we're live. What's going on, everybody? My name is Hayward, CEO and founder of Coach Hayward. Today, we're going to have the best training ever. This is going to be on how do we burn belly fat and tone up our tummies the actual real way. No more gimmicks, no more supplements, nothing like that. The actual real way, the science-based way to doing so. This training might hurt some people's feelings, and it's also going to add a massive amount of clarity for you guys as well, and hopefully save you some dollars as well. So, I want to start this out with a massive statement, okay? Is that when it comes to losing belly fat, okay, there is no magical secret. You're going to watch this training today, and I'm going to tell you the things that you actually need to do. I could easily lie to you and tell you there's this magic secret and you're going to want to come work with me and find out, but that is not the truth. That is not how it's done. Okay, so I'm going to show you the actual real way to losing belly fat and keeping it off once and for all. Okay, so before we jump in this training, let me completely destroy all the myths out there for you guys once and for all, so that way you actually know how to do this instead of going out and trying all these different gimmicks and approaches, wasting your money, wasting your time, and then having these doubts in your mind that you can't change at all. Okay, so number one, okay, there is no magic pill. There's no magic pill. There's nothing specific that you can do to target your belly fat specifically, okay? We cannot target belly fat, okay? We cannot target belly fat. We cannot zone in and do abs and that's gonna help us burn off our belly fat. No, abs will build our muscle for our bellies, so that way when we lose the fat, it's gonna show better, show more, but it's not gonna burn the belly fat, okay? So that's number one that we need to talk about. Number two that we gotta talk about here is how do people get these results when it comes to taking a supplement? Okay, so let's say you get a fat burning pill, okay? Tummy toner, or take this pill and you'll easily get a flat tummy, okay? How does that go? The reason why that works, it doesn't actually work, but the reason why it works and drags people in, well, first of all, the reason why they drag you into that is because they offer a simple solution. Oh, this is the magical pill, take this and you'll get the results. But here's how it actually works, is that when you take these supplements, okay, so we'll start off with the supplements for belly fat. When you take these supplements, what is actually happening is there's nothing magical in there that's actually burning your belly fat. Okay, the statements that they make on there is false. Okay, so basically how it works is you'll take a supplement, and what's going to happen is that it's going to be full of caffeine. Go look at your fat burning pills. It's going to be full of caffeine and a few other things as well inside of it. And what that does for you, okay, is that it's going to cause you to stay very full. Okay, it's going to make it so you're not hungry at all. And also the placebo effect as well is going to cause you to take some better actions on your weight loss journey. So, therefore, what happens is when you're taking all this caffeine in, okay, and you're taking all this stuff in that's going to keep you full, is that you're going to eat less food. Okay, so now you're not eating as much food whatsoever, so therefore you're going to drop the weight, okay, because that's how you lose weight, right? So that's what happens, is that you take these pills and it causes a bunch of caffeine stuff in it that's going to keep you full, so that way you're going to lose the weight very quickly. Okay, the problem is, and I'll explain actually the problem after. So that's the pill side of things. Now, what about the shakes? How are people losing weight on shakes and stuff like that? Okay, so I bet you any money, if you see someone who takes shakes and stuff like that, those kind of products, look at them 3 years from now and see if they're still doing it. Okay, because I promise you, nobody can drink a shake like that every single day for the rest of their life. And let me explain why. Number one, the reason why these shakes work temporarily to lose weight for people is because what's happening is that the food or the things and the ingredients inside these shakes that you're taking is packed full of protein, fiber, etc. to help keep you full. Okay, and they tell you to stick to these guidelines like skip your meals, drink these shakes. So it's like you're eating now, consuming 800 calories a day, and you're staying very, very full because of what's in those shakes. And what's going to happen here, same like the pills, okay? You're going to eat less calories. So now you're eating 800 calories a day rather than 2,000 calories a day. So now you're just dropping the weight down tremendously. But here's the thing, is that what's going to happen as you drop this weight down, if you're not exercising, you're going to lose your muscle mass, okay? And the next thing, your metabolism is going to drop. Eventually, your metabolism is going to adapt to that low amount of calories, the starvation mode. Okay, so now you're gonna be holding on to water. You're gonna lose your muscle mass and weight at the same time. Your weight's gonna fluctuate. It's gonna mess with you. But lastly, ladies, you need to know this, is that when you eat such low calories on a day-to-day basis, long term, that's gonna affect you so bad, because if you do that years and years and years, you could get osteoporosis, okay? We need to get our proper minerals in. We need to make sure we're eating enough food for overall health. You can't function mentally properly. There's so many battles that you will deal with if you eat that low just to lose this weight. So these shakes and stuff, like long term, it's not the solution. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about, is like the misconceptions out there. They tell you like it's a magical thing and that's what it's going to do, but that's the science behind it. That's how it actually works. Okay, so if you're sick and tired of taking these shakes and losing the weight really quickly and then gaining even more back after in like 3 to 4 months, then this is how we're going to talk about today. This is how we're actually going to lose belly fat once and for all, so you can make this change. I'm not selling you any shakes, any pills or nothing. I'm giving you guys all the information that you can take action on. Okay? And what I'm here for is that if you need that guidance, that custom planning, that's what I'm here for, to help you make a real lifestyle transformation, because that's morally correct. That's going to help you permanently make this change. Okay? So, how do we burn this belly fat? Enough of that. You guys just want to know, like, how do we actually get results, Caden? So let's jump into it. So first of all, the importance behind it. Well, number one, a lot of people want to do it because just confidence, right? You feel so much better in your body when you're not looking down, you're not pinching the belly area and stuff. Like, I've been there when I was bulking. I was 222 pounds. And I had this fat on my body. I didn't like it at all. It was making me kind of insecure, and I was pinching my stomach. And I was like, I never dealt with this before because I was always underweight growing up. So that was like a different insecurity. And now I got this fat on my stomach, and it was like, what the heck? So then I burned off 30 pounds. But ultimately, that's one reason. Major confidence booster, feeling good, looking better in your clothing. The next thing, though, is health, okay? If we have belly fat around our stomach area, it is so unhealthy. It is very unhealthy, and it can cause a lot of health issues, okay? So it's super important that we make these changes. Now, just a key note, if you find that your belly is very hard, you gotta seriously make this important, because that is visceral fat, and that means the fat that is around your organs, which actually kills you. Okay, it's like, I'm dead serious. That is very important. So if you find it's very hard around your stomach, you really gotta take this serious. Okay, if it's more fluffy and around like your skin area and stuff like that, that's subcutaneous fat. Okay, so that is not as unhealthy as the visceral fat, but still, of course, why not lose it, right? So ultimately, how do we do this? So I'm going to break this down into 3 steps. So I'm going to break it down to number 1, 2, and then 3, which is bonuses for y'all. Okay. So number 1 is, if we want to lose the belly fat and have a toned tummy, then we got to lose weight in general. Okay. We cannot target it. But overall, if we drop our belly fat, our body fat, depending on your genetic code, depending on how you are as a person, okay, you'll lose weight in different areas. Okay. Woman going through menopause, you're going to find that your belly fat is going to start storing in your stomach area. Totally normal. It's what happens. Guys, they typically store their belly fat and their fat in general around their bellies, around their back areas and stuff on their back. Women around their thighs, their hip areas and stuff, where like when you make babies. So ultimately, that's typically where it packs on the most. Is probably where we're going to see it burn off first. Now, when it comes to doing this, though, to actually lose weight, very simple. Number 1, caloric deficit. Okay, you need to be eating less amount of calories than what you're consuming on a daily basis so you can actually lose fat. Okay, what's going to happen here is that as you're burning this fat off, so picture this is your body and this is your belly area. Okay, so let's say this, my palm is your muscle. Okay, now the fat that you have that's hiding your core area, okay, that you want to lose, it's this fat right here. Okay, now if we eat less calories, so we're burning off, so our body's using up the stored fat, so that way we can properly function. Okay, so that means, like, if you're doing a proper caloric deficit, eating less than what your body needs on a daily basis, then it's going to go into the stored fat, use that up for energy. Okay, so stored fat is basically just stored energy that's not being used. Okay, but if you eat too much food, then you'll never end up using the stored energy, because you're always just using up the new energy coming in. Okay, so ultimately, if we eat less, then it's going to help burn that stored fat. And eventually, over time, what's going to happen is we're going to burn all the fat down, and it's going to get thinner and thinner and thinner. And then our core is going to start getting flatter and show more. And number 2, I'll talk about how do we actually shape it so we can see our abs and stuff like that. Okay, so that's what's going to happen there. Now, the next thing that you can do as you drop this weight down is high protein, okay? Because you don't want to be dropping weight specifically. You want to drop fat, okay? We want to target fat. We want to keep the muscle mass on so that way our metabolisms are higher, we're looking better, feeling so much better, okay? So how we do that, start off with high protein. Make sure you're eating high protein so that way as you're dropping this weight, it can help preserve your muscle mass. Okay, and then the next thing leads me to number 2 is consistent exercise. Resistance training is going to be your go-to. And that leads me into number 2 is how do we shape the core? Okay, so step number 1 talks about how do we burn the initial fat that's in the way of our toned tummy. Okay, so now number 2 is how do we actually shape the core? Okay, so let me explain this again. So let's say you want to build abs, right? You want to have a toned tummy. First, you need to get the layer fat out of the way. That's going to come mostly from the nutrition, okay? Exercise, consistent exercise, cardio about 20% of the time, that's going to help you burn it off faster, okay? It's going to use it up faster, okay? It's all about calorie deficit and burning calories. So the next thing that we need to do after we've done the initial burning the layer fat off, now we want to tone up our core. We don't want the skinny fat look, so let's tone up the core. Number 1, high protein like I mentioned. Number 2, resistance training. We got to strength train. We got to burn and stress our muscles, okay? So how we can do that is number 1, I say 80% of the time do resistance training, okay? 20% of the time you can do the cardio and everything else. So just an example. I've got a client, they literally lost 120 pounds. They transformed their whole life. They got off their medications, okay? And they ended up having a 6-pack. I kid you not, they have a 6-pack now. Okay, they went from 320 something pounds, and now they went down to like the 198 area. And they got a 6-pack now. And this is exactly how they did it. Okay, there was no magic pill. This is exactly how they did it. Okay, so working out 3 times per week, 20% of the time cardio. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, incline, walking, treadmill, get her done, going for walks, walking your dog, moving your body, going for bike rides, stuff like that, getting a healthier lifestyle, move more, right? Now, the next thing though is resistance training, so strength training. Now, here's the thing. You're working out 3 times a week, all you gotta do, full body workouts. Don't even really focus on the core right now because what's gonna happen is that full body workouts will allow you to burn the most amount of calories so you get the best bang for your buck. And then as you're doing compound lifts, which you should be doing if you're doing 3 times per week, then it's gonna allow you to activate your core anyway. So you're gonna build that trunk stronger and it's gonna start showing more definition. I don't even work out core. Okay, I kid you not, I don't work out core. Maybe I should start, but I don't work out core. I do a ton of compound lifts though, and that allows me to always be activating my core, and I got a 6-pack, and I don't even work out core, okay? So, ultimately, 3 times per week, compound lifts, double down on that, and do resistance training. That's gonna be the best bang for your buck, help boost your metabolism the most, the whole 9 yards. Now, the next thing, if you're gonna go 4 times plus per week to the gym, and if that's what you're into, then you can split it up. Okay, and in that case, I would say core 2 times per week. Do core 2 times per week. So that's little muscle groups. We don't need to be doing it every single day. 2 times per week, you're good to go. Okay, but the importance behind this is like what's going to actually happen here is that it's going to build those muscles more dense, more thicker, so that way they pop out through your skin more. Okay, if I never worked my biceps before, I'm not going to have much muscle there and it's not going to show it through my skin, right? Even if I had the lowest amount of body fat percentage, it'll show just a really small muscle. But if I build big, dense, strong biceps, then when I drop the belly fat down when I drop the fat down, it's going to pop out more, right? Same thing with your core. If you're working your abs out more, they're going to become denser, stronger, and pop out more. Okay, so that when we get the fat out of the way, boom, there they are. You get that toned tummy that you want. Side note for y'all, it's not natural to have abs, okay? I hate to break it to you, it's not natural to have abs. It's actually like the healthiest body fat percentage for men and female is where you don't have really visible abs. Men, maybe a little bit, and stuff solid core. That doesn't mean like, belly or anything like that, but solid core. For female, No, not really at all. Like usually having a core means your body fat percentage is very, very low to the point where like it's not the healthiest option, we could say. Okay? Yeah, you can do it. It's all, at the end of the day, it's whatever you want, whatever makes you feel the best and stuff, and you'll be good. Like you'll live and everything. But I just want to let you guys know that. So ultimately, as you can see, it's all about burning body fat percentage, right? So let's see here. So strength training, that's going to be the key. And yeah, that's pretty much it for number 2. Okay, so let's slide down to number 3, which is the bonuses. Okay, the bonuses that you can add in here to losing the belly fat, the best bang for your buck. Sleep enough. Make sure you get enough sleep so that way your hormones are on track, you're feeling good, you're not storing body fat, okay, or belly fat. Number 2, cutting back on sugar, okay? Sugar is linked to so many chronic health issues, okay? But also cutting back on sugar is going to help your body not store as much belly fat because you're consuming less calories on a daily basis. Therefore, you'll tend to lose weight faster, okay? Now, the next thing is walking more. Just move your body more. Move your body more so you can burn more calories, all right? Boost up the metabolism, like always. The next one, cutting back on alcohol. Studies show excess alcohol consumption can actually lead to more belly fat storage, okay? So this is super important, super important. So cutting back on the alcohol. That doesn't mean you gotta cut it out for the rest of your life. That doesn't mean you gotta cut it out all completely. Balance it out. It's all about balance, all right? We don't need to necessarily be abusing ourselves 24/7 every single weekend and stuff. You know, we can have that balance. And I promise you, when you do that, you start to feel much, much better, okay? And of course, there's gonna be times where you have a little bit too much if you are a drinker, and that's the way she goes. But overall, it's about the proper balance in place, okay? So, excess alcohol consumption is linked to more belly fat. Now, next thing, the last thing is really important here, is high stress. Studies show, okay, this is facts, not just like a supplement or nothing like that, this is actual facts. Studies show that the more stress we have, the higher cortisol levels is actually linked to more belly fat storage, okay? More belly fat storage. So control your stress. Find ways to manage your stress. I take the time in the morning to really prepare myself mentally, practice my gratitude, don't go on my phone, don't ruin my dopamine from my phone and on TikTok, anything like that. I focus on it. I do personal development, meditate in the morning, get myself ready for the day, exercise, movement, good food, keeping the mental strong, okay? Just like we go in the gym to work our muscles out, we gotta work this thing out too, take control of that, because there is gonna be stressful events in your life, things are gonna happen, we gotta be prepared for it. So that'll help you tremendously, and in turn, help you lose that belly fat as well. That's it. That is it. That is it. That's all you need to know. Again, there's no magic pill. I know some of y'all may be looking for this like special thing, but I promise you, just doing this is gonna help you do it, all right? And the most important thing is make this a lifestyle. If you actually want to maintain it, you got to do something sustainable. You got to enjoy the process, remove the emotion of trying to get there overnight, okay? Because like I always tell everybody, let's say 5 years from now, when you're living in that dream body, you got that toned tummy, you're walking on the beach the most confident ever, you're fitting into any dress size you want, ladies. Like, you're not going to look back and stress about, oh my gosh, it took me 3 extra months to lose this belly fat. It took me 3 extra months to lose this belly fat. You're not gonna care, all right? You're not gonna care. So focus on progress or perfection. Build the habits, build the lifestyle. That's how it's done. I will always say that because that is the only way to make a true transformation, okay? So, of course, if you want that help, if you need that guidance, that plan made for you, and the guidance to keep you on track to make this a lifestyle, that's exactly what I do. So just message me, CH, to see what my 3-link method is all about, and I'll explain that to you and see if it's the right fit for us or not. And other than that, crush it. You got this. You can make this change. Start today for a better tomorrow, because if you want to make this change, why wait, right? Why wait? Why hold your goals off? Don't let yourself hold yourself back from where you want to go in life. Let's crush it. If you have any more questions, comment down below. As always, if you made it this far, leave a smiley face down below as well. I want to see who's paying attention. And if you're on YouTube, which I'll post this later on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe. I'll see you later. Crush it.